Welcome to Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your TNA spoilers and wrestling news going around the world. Happy birthday goes to John Cena. He turned 39 years old. Hall of Famer Tony Atlas turned 62. Also would have been the 55th birthday of Hall of Famer Cherry Bam Bam Gordy. Triple H and Kevin Owens lost to Dean Ambrose and Sami Zayn at Friday's WWE Live event in Paris, France over the weekend. Triple H tweeted the following comments and photos from Triple H. Thank you, WWE, at hashtag WWE Paris. Amazing city. Phenomenal crowd. Hashtag performer's dream. Hashtag next stop, Malaga. Hashtag wheels up. Triple H lost to Dean Ambrose the second night in a row at Saturday's live event in Brussels, Belgium. And he thanked the fans and posted a clip of the crowd as well, following the link and also entrance pic. This has obviously led to a lot of questions about Taker's future and status with the company, especially after he told people at WrestleMania 32 after party that his win over Shane McMahon was his last match. Triple H made the following congratulatory tweet to new WWE NXT champion Samoa Joe. I'll be posting a picture of him later on in this video with the basically he won it at a live event in Lowell, Massachusetts on Thursday night. As in that match, his competitor Finn Balor may have suffered an injury, but it could have been part of the match he was selling. But once I find out, I'll let you know. Also, like I said, here's a photo. As Triple H also sent. Anything can happen at WWE NXT, anywhere, anytime. Congratulations to at Samoa Joe. Hashtag and new. Hashtag we are NXT. Show you a picture of what WWE.com sent introducing the new WWE NXT champion, Samoa Joe, from NXT Lowell on the hashtag. You go to that link there for that picture and possible video as well. No word yet on if the injury to Finn Balor is legitimate or just part of the match. Fans in attendance at last night's NXT Live event in Lowell noted that it felt like he was saying goodbye before heading to the back. Obviously, there's a lot of speculation on Balor's main roster call-up now. Possibly Raw. Balor comments after his loss. At WWE Balor, 292 days of Balor, the end. Hashtag NXT Lowell. For what it's worth, the word going around WWE is that Taker has decided against going on a tour, thus Triple H's replacement, according to Wrestling Observer newsletter, because of the recent terrorist activities in France and Belgium. No word on if Taker's legitimate reason, but it should be noted that it came down to him being scheduled for just 2 events in England, but he was pulled from those as well. If you haven't heard by now, we lost another former wrestler at the age of 45 in China. My condolences, guy. Go out to her family and friends. As noted by TMZ, reported that police are still investigating Chyna's death as possible overdose. Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio that friends of Chyna had been discussing a possible intervention recently. The former WWE Intercontinental Champion was found dead at her home on Wednesday. She was 45. Chyna taped an episode of Plastic Surgery reality show, Botched, several months back, but NBC Universal has stated that they might not air it now that she has passed away. Chyna's appearance was scheduled to air on May the 10th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time during the season premiere, and a photo I'll show you from that episode taping. Vivid founder Steve Hirsch also told the New York Daily News that Chyna reached out to him just last week to discuss the possibility of her doing another adult film for the company. Hirsch said she was supposed to meet with him this week, but he commented, "She called last week and she didn't sound 100% great like she usually did, but she didn't sound bad. She wanted to talk about potentially making more movies for us. We were excited about that. her movies were some of our best sellers. I told her, let me know what day and we'll send a car for you. She never called. Former WWE Women's Champion was 45 when she was found dead in her Redondo Beach, California apartment on Wednesday. Her death has been investigated as a possible overdose, but it will be weeks before the toxicology results are back. So, won't know until the results of that for her funeral as well. As superstars and competitors, along with competitor companies, have also tweeted on her death. Shane McMahon. Very sad and tragic news about the passing of Chyna. A kind of very funny lady. Her legacy will live forever. R.I.P. Joni. At TNA Dixie. So very sad to hear about the passing of at Chyna Joan Laurer. Way too young. Hashtag R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. Devastated over Chyna passing. She dated Brutus years before wrestling. Such a beautiful soul and so kind to my children. Rip, Joni, love you, HH. Stone Cold at Steve Austin BSR. Crushed to hear that Chyna has passed away in WWE. She was over at the highest level, very funny, sweet, and badass. She was awesome at WWE. At WWE Kidman, posted 2 entertainers, 2 legends, 2 pioneers, 2 great ones, gone too soon. Such as hashtag Rip Chyna and Prince. The Rock commented, sending strength and light to the family of Joni Laurer, aka Chyna. What a trailblazer in the world of at WWE. Hashtag RIP Chyna. Devon at Testify Devon. Still can't believe that we lost a warrior in Chyna. My heart goes out to the family and friends in this time of need. Hashtag Rip Chyna. Lillian Garcia. Sorry to hear about Chyna's passing. I was honored to work with such a talented woman. Hashtag Rip Chyna. Bella Twins. Brie and Bella. Chyna was a key in paving the way for women in WWE. She is greatly loved and will be greatly missed. Thanks for inspiring us women wrestlers. Hashtag Rip Chyna. Renee Young. At Renee Young WWE. Rip Chyna. All in absolute trailblazer for women everywhere. My thoughts go out to her family and friends. Jerry the King Lawler. At Jerry Lawler. Glad I got to see Joni recently and tell her in person how much I cared for her. She was a wonderful person. R.I.P. Bubba Ray at Bubba Ray Dudley. Happy to have met you, laugh with you, and work with you. God bless. Hashtag Rip Chyna. Hashtag at Chyna Joan Laurer. And also Y2J, Chris Jericho, posted on Instagram about it. At Instagram.com/Chris Jericho Fozzy. Sorry to hear about the passing of hashtag Joni Laurer. We didn't always see eye to eye, but we had a lot of fun. Rolling Stone recently spoke with John Cena for an in-depth feature. It was noted that Cena has the results of every WWE drug test he's ever taken stapled to the wall at the Hard Knocks South Gym he uses in Tampa. And he commented, "There's 60 or 70 of them. I passed them all." Well, anybody want a free test? Send it into your jobs. Just go take one off of Cena's wall. I'm just kidding. Okay. Here's a picture of Shamus for you, WWE superstar, granting a Make-A-Wish. Thanks to Make-A-Wish Foundation at WWE Shamus meets a wish kid named Max in hashtag Dublin. Title Match Wrestling posted this video of Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan at a wrestling and comic book collector fest at the former ECW arena last weekend. Over the weekend's Lucha Underground tapings, I think it was Saturday night, Matanza suffered an injury. The injury happened during a death match between Matanza and Dragon Azteca. Mantanza sliced open his arm after doing a spot where he put his fist through a window. There was a long delay, but the match couldn't continue. Then they sent out Johnny Mundo and PJ Black to play to the crowd, ending in Rey Mysterio Jr. and Dragon Azteca coming from the back to hit stereo 619s on them before cutting a babyface promo. Mantanza punched the wrong window, causing the injury. An ambulance was called and was still at the building as the fans were allowed to leave after the event. Natalia's cat, Two Paws, has his own Instagram account and now will be a guest on Chris Jericho's Talk is Jericho podcast in the near future, according to Natalia's Twitter. On Wednesday, we recapped an interview with WWE Performance Center recruits, the Mighty Don't Kneel, who said they're looking to start a tag team revolution in WWE NXT. Former NXT tag team champions Dash and Dawson responded by saying, well, Scott Dawson, WWE, on Twitter, retweeted WWE NXT landscape's been changed. You're a bit late on the hashtag tag team revolution. Kids, we're called the Revival for a reason. Dash Wilder also retweeted WWE NXT soft. Vaudevillains, Double A, BAMF, hashtag the Revival. Takeover London Dallas Roadblock. We've already started it, boys. Friday's NXT Live event in Tampa saw the debuts of 3 new Performance Center recruits: Nikki Storm, Mikey Nichols, and Shane Haste. I'll be posting some pictures of them during this little segment here. As Haste and Nichols, known as the Mighty Don't Kneel tag team, lost to Alexander Wolf and Sawyer Fulton. Nikki team with Mandy Rose and lost to Aliyah and Liv Morgan when Liv pinned Nikki. And like I said, I'm showing you the photos. Kofi Kingston missed Wednesday's WWE Live event in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Kingston mentioned on Twitter that the reason he missed the live event is because he left the WWE European Tour due to the impending birth of his child. Congratulations to Kofi and his wife. Hopefully his wife got married. He posted on Twitter at True Kofi. Kofi Kingston retweeted Paula Davison. Flew home to witness the final stages of my procreation efforts. Any day now. I'm sure the boys held it down. Former WWE star Dave Bautista mentioned on Twitter that he has joined the cast of the highly anticipated Blade Runner sequel. He posted this on Twitter status at Dave Bautista. I'm so excited to be able to share this news. Thank you for your support in everything I do. It's humbling. Edge and Christian spent the week at WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut, filming more episodes of the Edge and Christian show on the WWE Network. Former WWE star Lance Storm mentioned on Twitter that he was at the WWE headquarters and filmed an episode of Edge and Christian show. He posted a picture as well as commented at Lance Storm, all wrapped here in Stamford. Hashtag the EC show. Okay, Revolution Pro Wrestling in the United Kingdom will be hosting one WWE Global Cruiserweight Series qualification match at their May 1st event in London. Zack Sabre Jr. and Jack Gallagher qualify for the WWE Global Cruiserweight Series at Progress Wrestling. From London, Zack Sabre Jr. and Jack Gallagher, 2 of the United Kingdom's brightest stars, earned their way into the WWE Global Cruiserweight Series by winning qualifying matches at a Progress Wrestling event. If you don't know Progress Wrestling events, go to some of my previous videos. I gave you some of the results of both of these talents. Sabre, often described as one of the best unsigned wrestlers in the world, defeating up-and-comer Flash Morgan Webster to cement his place in the summer highly anticipated tournament. Gallagher, a technician with experience in mixed martial arts, best hard-hitting bruiserweight, Pete Dunne, in the second qualifying match to earn a coveted spot in the GCS. Gallagher, the Global Cruiserweight Series, the GCS, featuring 32 of the world's best competitors under 205 pounds, battling for supremacy, begins Wednesday, July 13th at 9 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central Time, only on the WWE Network. The match will be Noam Dar versus Josh Bodum. The Cruiserweight Series is to begin airing on Wednesday, July 13th at 9 p.m. on the WWE Network, and will feature many wrestlers that are not currently signed to WWE NXT. There are plans to film matches for the 32-man tournament at Full Sail University. In 2016, few people, if any, still hold on to the belief that professional wrestling involves genuine, unscripted battles. And yet some critics of the pursuit continually like to point out to wrestling fans for that what they are watching is fake. And if this may be news to them, Twitter user @SparklePan tried this argument on Xavier Woods, who, in addition to being a wrestler in WWE's popular New Day stable, is also a smart dude who is getting his PhD in general psychology. Woods' well-thought-out response offers an excellent summation of wrestling appeal. Long-time TNA knockout Christie Hemme announced on Twitter on Wednesday night that she is finished with the company after their tapings. She posted on Twitter on that and also commented the status of where her also in that it's Velvet Sky, twitter.com/VelvelHoller. Follow her on Twitter. And only on Twitter. She doesn't have a Facebook. I don't think she's got an Instagram. Just Twitter. So follow her there. Same thing with Jeff Hardy. Well, Hemme Powered. So thankful for wrestling at Impact Wrestling. Especially at John Geberick for the inspiration toward my future. # follow my dream. # next chapter. Possibly back to WWE? Maybe not. Impact Wrestling today announced a mutual decision with TNA Knockout's Velvet Sky not to renew her agreement. Sky's final in-ring appearance with TNA occurred in Orlando earlier this past week and will broadcast on an upcoming episode of Impact Wrestling, seen Tuesday nights at 9 Eastern, 8 Central on Pop Network. This has been my home for 10 years, and no matter what happens in my future, I will never forget where I've come from or the people who have helped me get where I am, said Velvet. Thank you, everyone at TNA, from talent to production to crew, who has helped me do what I love, unquote. Although she is leaving TNA, Velvet Sky has nothing but positive comments on the Trouble promotion, posting the following message on Twitter @VelvelHoller on April 19th. Thank you guys for all the love and support you constantly show me. I will say it again, I have the best fans ever. Former TNA knockout Thea Trinidad posted on, I think it was Instagram, so you can go to that, aka Rosita. She is now engaged, just a promise ring though, to NXT superstar and former TNA star Austin Aries, a double. You can check out it on Instagram.com/Thea Trinidad, TMT. On behalf of everyone on the website, congratulations to the couple. Everybody, including myself. It appears that Paige will be taking some time off from WWE. She posted this on Twitter. From 4:30 p.m., I will be a Norwich girl again for a few days. Can't wait. # family time. Tonight's Impact Wrestling taping. Actually, this was done on Wednesday, I think. Announced on that the June 12th Slammiversary pay-per-view will take place at Universal Studios in Orlando. This year's event will be headlined by Drew Galloway versus Bobby Lashley for the TNA World Title. Stipulation was added to the bout in which the only way to win is by submission or knockout. It was also announced that EC3 versus Mike Bennett will take place at Slammiversary. During the TNA Impact Wrestling tapings in Orlando, Eli Drake cashed in his Feast of Fire briefcase and defeated Bram to become the new TNA King of the Mountain champion. The match would air on May 31st, and this will be Eli Drake's first title win in TNA Wrestling. I guess he's getting his push after his Grado feud. Obviously, people are wondering if Eric Bischoff would get back into the game, but Bischoff previously worked for TNA and was working with Fuscient Media Ventures company to buy WCW before that deal fell through. A fan asked Bischoff on Twitter if he would buy TNA, and Bischoff responded with the following, since a fan asked him here on Twitter. At Orville Brooms asked, Bischoff, please buy TNA Wrestling. Well, E. Bischoff comments back, let me think about that for a moment. Not a chance. There's probably not anything particularly bizarre about Impact Wrestling tapings TNA is having this past weekend in Orlando. At least Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, that is. It's pro wrestling after all, and there's going to be some stuff that hits and some that doesn't. Plus, it's always difficult to determine how something will play out on screen from subjective live reports. With the latest round of talents exiting and news of the company's possible change of ownership or even this demise louder than ever, the stuff coming out of Universal Studios the past few days seems wild, even for TNA. The TNA held the Impact Wrestling tapings on Thursday from Orlando, Florida, at Universal Studios. And here are the results from the first night. There was an in-ring confrontation between Mike Bennett and Jeff Hardy that led to a match. Jeff Hardy defeated Mike Bennett. After the match, Bobby Lashley ran down to the ring and attacked Hardy. James Storm defeated Abyss. Jade defeated the debuting Chyna, a.k.a. formerly known as Allison Kay. Trevor Lee defeated Mark Andrews. Bram defeated Eli Drake. Bromance and Andrew Everett in a King of the Mountain title match to retain. So he didn't win it on that night. Drew Galloway refereed a match involving Lashley and Jeff Hardy. Correspondent didn't mention who won the match. And EC3 defeated Rockstar Spud in a steel cage match. I'll give you the results later. Like I said, different results, different people posting. Here's what happened on Friday night. If you get what we mean, or get what I mean. These matches and segments likely air May 10th and 17th. Jeff Hardy called out the Decay and demands to know who paid them to attack him. Abyss and Crazy Steve jumped Hardy, but James Storm made a save. The duo announced that they're going after the tag belts. Abyss retained their tag titles when Jeff Alter Ego Willow appeared on the stage and detracted Hardy. Al Snow declared himself the Donald Trump of wrestling and vowed to build a wall around TNA. Muhammad Ali Shera interrupted and defeated Snow in a match with an assist from Grado. Gail Kent's match for the knockout title ends in a no contest when Sienna attacked both Kim and champion Jade. Mike Bennett talked trash about his Slammiversary opponent, Ethan Carter III, and revealed that he had a match tonight against referee Earl Hebner, which Bennett won, and EC3 saved the 66-year-old from a post-match beating. Tyrus then destroyed Carter. EC3 beat Tyrus in a last man standing match. Eddie Edwards and DJ Z defeated Andrew Everett and X-Division champion Trevor Lee. Sienna defeated Velvet Sky. Fans chanted, "Thank you, Velvet," and she waved goodbye after the match. So that was her last match in TNA. Jeff Hardy called out Willow and wins a quick match. When he tried to unmask him, two other Willows run in to stop him. Once he's beaten down, the first Willow reveals himself to be Matt Hardy. I wonder who the other two Willows were. Watch our spud? Maybe. And maybe the other one is Rhoda's Clay, now known as Tyrus. Just my educated guess. Eli Drake hosted his Facts of Life segment. His guest was King of the Mountain champ Bram. And Drake cheese cashing in his feature fire briefcase for that title. Bram kicks his ass, so the host runs off. Drew Galloway faced Bobby Lashley in a lumberjack match for the TNA World Championship. It ended in a schmoz when one of the lumberjacks pulled Galloway from the ring and a brawl broke out. Earl Hebner, multiple Willows, a disqualification finish to a lumberjack match. As a general said, this was beyond Thunderdome. TNA held Impact Wrestling on Friday for another report from Universal Studios. Jeff Hardy called out the Decay to the ring and wanted to know who attacked them. They came out and attacked Hardy until James Storm ran down and made a save. Storm said that he and Hardy will be going for the TNA tag titles. The Decay retained over Storm and Hardy when the lights went out. Willow appeared on the stage, which distracted Hardy, and that's how he got the pinfall. Al Snow walked to the ring and said that he is the Donald Trump of pro wrestling. Mahabali Shera interrupted and beat Snow in a singles match with help from Grado. Gail Kim versus TNA Knockout Champion Jade ended when Sienna, new talent, ran out and beat them both down. Mike Bennett cut a promo on his Slammiversary match with EC3. Mike Bennett then defeated Earl Hebner in a singles match. After the match, Bennett continued to attack Hebner until EC3 came down to make the save after the match. Tyra stopped that and beat EC3 down as EC3 defeated Tyrus in the last man standing match. Eddie Edwards and DJ Zema Ion defeated Andrew Everett and Trevor Lee, the TNA X Division champion. Sienna defeated Velvet Sky. Nothing more than that. Jeff Hardy called out Willow and quickly beats him in a match. Two more Willows appeared and they beat down Hardy. The original Willow was revealed to be Matt Hardy. Eli Drake hosted the Facts of Life segment in the ring. Brian walked down to the ring. Drake teased cashing in his briefcase to get the King of the Mountain title shot. And Bram beats Drake up. World Heavyweight Champion Drew Galloway defeated Bobby Lashley by disqualification in the lumberjack match for the title when a lumberjack pulled Drew out of the ring and attacked him. Wow. Thought the lumberjack rules are anything goes because there's lumberjack. TNA held the Impact Wrestling for Saturday from Orlando, Florida, Universal Studios. Here's the results from that taping. Maria Kanellis and her new apprentice, Allie, come out, cut a promo in the ring, but were interrupted by Gail Kim. This sets up a match between Kim and Sienna. Allison Kay, I guess Allie. With Gail's career on the line, Al Snow defeats Grado in a street fight. With all these talents leaving, I wonder if Gail Kim is also gone from TNA after that match. Gail Kim defeated Sienna, so she saved her career. After the match, Gail tried to attack Maria, but got beat down. There was an in-ring segment with Bobby Lashley and TNA World Heavyweight Champion Drew Galloway. TNA President Dixie Carter walked out and announces Galloway versus Lashley for Slammiversary. Lashley and Gallows started fighting. Lashley choked Galloway out. Maria and Mike Bennett cut a promo in the ring. EC3 interrupted and says he's running the show tonight. EC3 hypes up his match with Bennett at Slammiversary. Lashley and Galloway walk out to the ring. EC3 lets Drew book Lashley versus Bram for the show. Bram defeated Lashley by disqualification when Lashley hit him with a steel chair. After the match, Galloway ran down to make the save and chased Lashley away. This led to Eli Drake running down to the ring, and he cashed in his briefcase. Drake pinned Bram and won the King of the Mountain title. Al Snow was in the ring, and he introduces the Tribunal, faction of Basile Baraka and Baron Dax, formerly known as Sylvester Lefort and Marcus Lewis. This led to Mahabali Shera and Grado walking out, and they brawled with Tribunal. Jesse Goddard and Robbie E. with Raquel defeated Tyrus and Rockstar Spud with Mike Bennett as special referee. Raquel is, I think, Eddie Guerrero's and Vicky Guerrero's daughter. She left WWE, NXT, and now she's in TNA. EC3 brings Maria out for her job evaluation. Gail Kim walked out and demanded a match with Maria at Slammiversary. EC3 grants the match. Gail Kim and Jade defeated Sienna and Allie, Allison Kay, or whoever Allie is, whichever. Because Sienna was Allison Kay. Mike Bennett defeated Jane Storm when Maria interfered and nailed Storm on the apron. After the match, EC3 appeared and Storm hit Bennett with a super kick. Drew Galloway defeated Decay in a handicap match when Bobby Lashley interfered and speared Abyss. Galloway celebrated to end the tapings. April 22nd taping for Impact, thanks to Mark Murphy. Pass along spoilers from Orlando. Airing for the May 3rd episode. TNA World Heavyweight Champion Drew Galloway defeated Eli Drake. Caleb Conley defeated Eddie Edwards. Jeff Hardy versus Mike Bennett ended when Bobby Lashley attacked Hardy. James Storm defeated Abyss. The Decay had somewhat of a new look, and Abyss had paint on his face. Pre-match promo by Storm about being on his own. I wonder if that had something to do with that kind of like mini lawsuit, whatever, with the Decay, and had been done some face paint, but that's probably on the Crazy Steve character only. Well, yeah, seeing it. Versus TNA Knockout Champion Jade ended in a no contest. Sienna was brought in by Maria Kanellis to take Jade out. TNA X Division Champion Trevor Lee defeated Mark Andrews. King of the Mountain Champion Bram defeated Eli Drake. Andrew Everett, Jesse Goddard, and Robbie E. in the King of the Mountain match. Bobby Lashley versus Jeff Hardy, which was Galloway as special referee, ended in an apparent no contest. Lashley and Galloway fought. So there's your answers for that result. EC3 defeated Rockstar Spud in a cage match. That was too easy. And the Friday results, thanks to Mark Murphy. Jeff Hardy called the Decay to the ring and wants to know who paid them to attack him. From the previous night. Unless they do this out of order. Well, they probably will. They go after him, but James Storm makes a save, announces that they will be going for the TNA tag titles. Well, Jeff Hardy was attacked by Bobby Lashley, not the Decay. Decay retained over Storm and Hardy when the lights went out, as Willow appeared on the ramp, leading to Hardy getting pinned. Also came out and declared himself the Donald Trump of pro wrestling, saying he's going to build a wall around the business and stop some from getting in. Mahabali Shera interrupted and beat Snow in a match, thanks to help from a returning Grado. Gail Kim versus the Knockouts champion Jade ended when Sienna ran out and beat them both down. Mike Bennett cut a promo on his Slammiversary match with EC3. He's in a match against referee Earl Hebner tonight. Bennett won and EC3 came down to make the save after the match, and Tyrus stopped that and beat EC3 down. EC3 defeated Tyrus in the last man standing match, so the beatdown must have set up the last man standing match. Eddie Edwards and DJ Zema Ion defeated Andrew Everett and TNA X Division champion Trevor Lee. Sienna defeated Velvet Sky. Fans chanted thank you to Velvet as she waved goodbye on her way out. Jeff Hardy called out Willow and he quickly beats him in a match. He tried to unmask the man, but two other people in Willow mask went out and beat Jeff down. But the original Willow that lost to Jeff revealed himself to be Matt Hardy. Eli Drake hosted the Facts of Life segment in the ring. His first guest is TNA King of the Mountain champion Bram. Eli teased cashing in his briefcase to get a title shot, and Bram beats Drake up. sending him retreating from the ring. World Heavyweight Champion Drew Galloway defeated Bobby Lashley by disqualification in a lumberjack match for the title when a lumberjack pulled Drew out of the ring and brawl broke out. Thanks to Ryan Clark from Pro Wrestling Scoops for the April 22nd results. Some of the spoilers from Thursday night's Impact Wrestling. SoCal Val is replacing Christie Hemme, who announced her departure this week. Indie star Caleb Conley wrestled Eddie Edwards. Might be a dark match. Indie star Allison Kay wrestled TNA Knockout Champion Jade. Well, I guess they didn't get their TNA names. Jeff Hardy versus Mike Bennett ended with Bobby Lashley attacked Hardy. James Storm cut a promo about being on his own and then defeated Abyss. On the 23rd, the results from this one will be played on the 24th and May 31st, and possibly airing on May 17th as well, with what was taped on Friday night. TNA X Division Champion Trevor Lee defeated DJ Zema Ion in a match for Explosion, with an assist from Shane Helms. This is why I get multiple results, more different from the other two. This show will have a May Mayhem theme. Maria Kanellis and her new apprentice, Allie Cherry Bomb. There I am. I'm corrected from my own mistake when I'm reading results, when other ones didn't push them at all. Interrupted by Gail Kim, who gets put in a match against Sienna, with Gail's career on the line. Alsto defeated Grado in a street fight. Mahabali Shera interfered on behalf of Grado, but former WWE NXT stars Marcus Lewis and Sylvester Lefort took Shera out. Gail Kim defeated Sienna. After the match, Gail tried to attack Maria, but got beat down. In-ring segment with Bobby Lashley and TNA World Heavyweight Champion Drew Galloway talking about their lumberjack match. Dixie Carter interrupts and announces Drew versus Lashley at Summerversary on June 12th in Orlando. Only way to win is submission or knockout. They start fighting until officials and security run in to break it up. Lashley attacks officials and chokes out Galloway. Eddie Edwards defeated Andrew Everett with Shane Helms in his corner in a match for Explosion. It appears a new episode switches over as Ethan Carter III versus Mike Bennett was announced for Slammiversary. Maria and Mike Bennett are in the ring for a promo. EC3 interrupts and says he's running the show tonight. He talks about their Slammiversary match and makes Bennett the janitor for tonight. Bobby Lashley and TNA World Heavyweight Champion Drew Galloway are also out. As EC3 lets Drew book Lashley versus Bram for tonight. Bram defeated Lashley by disqualification when Lashley hit him with a steel chair. Galloway ran down to stop a post-match beat down and chase Lashley away. Eli Drake ran down to cash in his briefcase to pin Bram and win the King of the Mountain title. Also introduced the Tribunal, since they made their debut earlier, Basile, Baraka, and Baron Dax, a.k.a. TNA, formerly known as Sylvester Lefort, and Marcus Lewis. I think Sylvester Lefort, at one time, was in WWE with TNA announcer, the Black Pope, Elijah Burke. So now, okay, during that, they're interrupted by Mahabali Shera and Grado. Fight breaks out and the Tribunal gets the upper hand with Al Stowe. Jesse Goddard and Robbie E. with Raquel defeated Tyrus and Rockstar Spud with Mike Bennett and as special referee. EC3 brings Maria out for her job evaluation. Gail Kim gets the final say as she wants a match at Summerversary. EC3 makes Gail versus Maria for the pay-per-view, and Gail and Jade versus Sienna and Allie for tonight. Gail Kim and Knockout Champion Jade defeated Sienna and Allie. Mike Bennett defeated James Storm when Maria interfered and nailed Storm on the apron. EC3 appears after the match and taunts Bennett over their Summerversary match. Storm takes advantage and hits the last call on Bennett. World Heavyweight Champion Drew Galloway defeated The Decay in a handicap match when Bobby Lashley interfered and accidentally speared Abyss. And Galloway celebrated to end that tapings. And that concludes my spoilers for TNA all the way up to, I think, May 17th. Or even the 23rd, whichever. Thanks again. Peace out. See you want to be. By the way, if you don't know, just call me, bro. And sisters.